What's up, guys? This is Mike Loris, and I forgot to close the door. Whatever, I'll leave it open. This is going to be another game between Na'Vi and Empire. I think this is there's a new best of 3 from the Starseries Season 3. This was an all-pick game, so I guess it was a remake or something, so we don't know the bands, don't know who got picked in what order. But we do have some very interesting stuff going on right here. Na'Vi, they're going to be playing the Templar Assassin on Dendi, Light of Heaven on his Bounty Hunter, and Arzart on a Shadow Shaman. So you have really standard stuff there. And then you have this Phantom Lancer being played by Vorst and supported by Omni Knight, played by Puppy. I'll talk about that in a little bit, because Empire, I'll get them out of the way first. Silence is going to be playing the Windrunner, Funnick on the Wisp, Blow Your Brain is going to be playing that Chaos Knight, Go Black on the Enchantress, and Scandal is going to be playing the Rubik. So Empire, they have a classic Empire lineup right now. Funnick, one of the best Wisps out there. And Empire, they really do like the Wisps, and Wisp CK is going to be a heavy dominating force. Empire with a very solid early mid-game. But yeah, I think that is proficient enough right now. I'm going to go over the Na'Vi side. This Phantom Lancer pick, I'm assuming, guys, that the Phantom Lancer got picked last. The 4th and 5th pick were the Omni Knight, then Phantom Lancer. That's what I'm assuming. Because Empire, they're kind of lacking AoE. What do they have? They have the Power Shot, they have a Fade Bolt, and that's it. They're not going to be getting a Battle Fury on CK, most likely. So Phantom Lancer's illusions should be fairly durable. So I guess that does kind of make sense. Phantom Lancer did get some pretty heavy buffs in the 0.75 patch. So he is, well, he's going to be in this game, and he's not exactly seen all that often, mostly because he takes forever to actually get going in a fight. When you have a CK, you throw a Chaos Bolt, you pop your Phantasm, and that takes like, let's say half a second for it to actually split off. And then you have pretty much your full damage output. You don't get any stronger than that. Phantom Lancer, you can throw a Lance, which is, that's great and everything, but, oh no, Puppy, you don't want to go there. Chaos Bolt, 1 second set on the Puppy. Where's the Shackle? There's no Shackle. Power Shot is actually the pickup, but a Levitate Puppy, and he's going to be brought down into the Wisp's clutches, and that's going to be the first blood drawn early by Team Empire right here. So yeah, Na'Vi already, with their kind of wonky lineup, is going to lose first blood already. But yeah, Phantom Lancer takes a while to get going. You could throw a Phantom Lance, you could Doppel Walk an Illusion out, which is always risky because then you don't have an escape. But you rely on chance until you get your Manta Style. You have to rely on your Juxtapose, and once that happens, yeah, you could get an army up pretty quickly. But if you're stunned, you really will not have the chance to do so. So Phantom Lancer takes a lot to get going. He doesn't have as much early mid-game as, say, the CK. If the gank was going the other way, the CK probably would have survived. Or I guess the Wisp probably would have survived, because the slow is definitely not as potent as a stun. And Phantom Lance is great and everything, but he really doesn't offer all that much to his team in the early stage of the game. Phantom Lancer could be very offensive if he's played with like a Keeper of the Light in his lane or something like that, but in this situation he's just going to be farming on that bottom lane, getting as fat as he can. So Na'Vi, I do believe, have the late game with not only the Phantom Lancer, but with the Templar Assassin plus Bounty Hunter assisting that as well. Empire, their build, it's decent in the late game. They have the CK, they do have the Windrunner who can do a little bit of damage, and the CK is going to be amplified by the Wisp on top of that. But really, it's the early mid-game where they truly shine. Once the CK is to level 8, that's pretty much where Empire are the strongest, comparatively speaking, because then PL won't be that strong. TA will be very strong at that point as well. But the CK at level 8 is really such a strong hero on the map, kind of like Tiny level 8 or something like that. So Na'Vi, they're just going to be protecting this Phantom Lancer, and with the lack of AoE on the other side, the Phantom Lancer should do decently. He's also going to have a lot of help getting these kills because his team has a lot of lockdown, Sonic Traps from the Templar Assassin, plus the track from the Bounty Hunter, and of course everything that the Shadow Shaman brings to the table will help the Phantom Lancer in sticking to his targets. And then Puppy with the Repel, he got it at level 1, unfortunately couldn't get it off on himself during that first blood squabble in the bot lane. But a Phantom Lancer with Repel means that he's not going to have to exactly rely on confusion to keep him safe, because usually Phantom Lancers are typically pretty soft. He gets the Repel. Yes, it'll show Empire which one is the real one, but they won't be able to do anything about it. The only one who can do something about it is the CK with his pretty heavy right click. Oh, Light of Heaven is going to take a Tether Stun plus a 3-second Chaos Bolt. Light of Heaven is going to drop to the CK on the top lane. Empire taking 2 very early kills. But Yeah, I think that's enough about the Phantom Lancer for now. We'll see what kind of build he wants to go for. Could be Radiance, or it's pretty much, he has the selection of Nagas Iron builds. Radiance or Diffusal, Vanguard, stuff like that. They're doing pretty well in the bot lane, shutting down Silent. He's not even getting any experience, not even level 2 yet. Doesn't have Wind Run. There's a Shackle into Silent, plus a Phantom Lance doing some pretty high damage. Will he get out of this? No, he will not. Right clicks plus a shock from the Shadow Shaman is going to get him that kill on the bot lane. Let's see how the mid lane is doing. Dendy on his TA versus Scandal's Rubik. How often have we seen stuff like this? Pretty common. Of course, with the Tornado helping out Scandal, Dendy is going to feel a little bit of pressure here. He's bottle crowing, so he'll be able to survive on this mid lane, and he already is ahead as far as the creep kills are concerned. But keep in mind that Empire, they do have an Enchantress in the jungle who's farming not bad. That's, of course, a lot of that is lower bounty units because of the small creep camps and stuff like that. Whereas Puppy, he's only farming the small creep camps, and he still doesn't even have that much. So Omni Knight is struggling a little bit to get the farm, but as a support melee hero, really, it's a little bit difficult to get anything accomplished like that. Funnick burning a little bit of dust in this top lane, where Blurry Brain is farming 14 for 5 versus Light of Heavens 11 for 0, so the Bounty Hunter not feeling the pressure on this top lane all that much. And granted, he did die once to a tether gank from the Wisp, but he's standing toe-to-toe with Blurry Brain pretty evenly. It is that poor man's shield that's helping out the Bounty Hunter quite a bit, plus the Janata. Guaranteed criticals versus the not yet chance-based criticals is going to give Bounty Hunter a little bit of an edge in this early game, assuming that Funnick isn't really putting the hugest amount of pressure on him. Bounty Hunter is level 4, so he is well on his way to his level 6, where he'll get the track, then he'll be able to make things happen. Vorst still in his bot lane, still free farming. I don't even know why I'm looking down there, because quite honestly, nothing's going to happen. Just the Phantom Lancer is farming. And Phantom Lancer is going to go for, yes, Spirit Lance Doppel. I don't know why people only get 1 point of Doppel. It seems silly to me. It's 150 mana, and you have 364 mana max. Don't you want to reduce that mana cost? Don't you want to play Slippery with the 15-second cooldown instead of 30 seconds, and you cast it a whole lot more because it's a lot cheaper? Yeah, I don't know why people go like Spirit Lance and 1 Doppel. I guess they're just cheap, but I mean, like, I'm cheap, and I'm not even that cheap. It's really good to level up, guys, and if you're not convinced, Pavorst is doing it. It's really good to level up, guys. So, yeah, Phantom Lancer is going to do decently in this game. Let's see how he wants to be played as far as when he was going to get the farm. Oh, a tether onto the Centaur, helping the Centaur get close the distance a little bit quicker. They're going to be fine, though. 3 heroes on the mid lane for both ends. But yeah, the Phantom Lancer, well, he doesn't really need to go for a huge mid-game build. He could play the slow and steady game, because he does have the TA to hold down the fort damage-wise, and Omni Knight plus Shadow Shaman, very powerful heroes in the early stage of the game. Scandal might be in a little trouble, as Dendy is going to dead telekinesis up. Arzar with a repel, though, is going to close the distance for a Shackle, and Scandal's going to drop here to a shock from the Shadow Shaman, tying up the score 2-2. But Empire, they might be looking to make that 3-2, as Light of Heaven, he's going to completely slip away from Funnick, so that's not going to happen. But the Phantom Lancer could just farm all day. Quite honestly, Navi, they should be okay without him, although Empire, they do have a very early mid-game base team, so they might want this Phantom Lancer to go for something to actually contribute a whole lot more to the fight, something around the lines of Vanguard or Diffusal Blade, those cheap items that you could get and that really give you an early game boost, or maybe after a Ring of Aquila or something like that, because if he does decide to go for a Radiance, then it'll take him a whole lot of time to get going, and while he's building that up, he's very vulnerable, and he won't offer a whole lot to his team. But we'll see. He's holding on to a lot of gold. He's like pretty much halfway there to his Radiance already, so he could go for it. Ars Art with the Haste Room, gonna take a Repel as well. Scandal, Psionic Trap, Melt Hit, the Purification Bomb, and Ars Art gets another kill somehow. He's on a killing spree, 3 for 0, only 1 creep kill, doesn't matter, still in the middle of the gold per minute chart because he's farming heads. 1,000 gold on him, probably going to head towards some Arcane Boots. And this is all Dendy's, okay. Yeah, Arcane Boots on Shadow Shaman, buy up the early energy booster, and then you could pour a lot of money into the Omni Knight, who is struggling a lot more than the Shadow Shaman at this point. Light of Heaven playing some games with Go Black in the jungle, trying to slow him down, but you can see Enchantress has so many creep kills. The creep kills don't necessarily translate to gold per minute, as I said before. Smaller creeps, smaller bounty, so it's kind of misleading as far as that goes. But Bounty Hunter is stealing experience 1 creep at a time, and really, I mean, it's a lot safer to do this, at least for the moment, than go over here with the CK is going to offer up a Chaos Bolt. Enchantress, if he keeps tabs on what the Enchantress has, which is that hers? Forest Troll, High Priest. Heal, I mean, heal is not that bad. It's just not that good either. But Light of Heaven still looking for Go Black. One hit will bring down this Enchantress to like 100 HP. He could get the kill right here. He is going to go for it. There's a Sonic Trap that comes in from Dendy. Go Black is going to try to pop with the heal. Tether Stun from Funnick, not in time to actually hit anything. And Dendy with the refraction up. He's going to try to dive this Wisp. No, he is not. In the meantime, the bottom lane, Silent did go down to a gank from Ars Art. Ars Art got a dominating streak from that. Oh my god. 4-0 on the Shadow Shaman. And Forrest getting assists as well. He's going for Power Drive, and of course I missed a kill on the top lane. Light of Heaven getting caught a little bit out of position. Dust was used from Funnick. So 43 for 18 versus 57 for 26. 2 assists versus 201. CK definitely getting a little bit of an edge as far as the killing goes. But the farm is going the way of Phantom Lancer. Light of Heaven was actually contesting the farm of Blow Your Brain a little bit, whereas Silent, he's still only level 3. Not much is going for him. Has died twice. So as we take a look at the gold chart, it should be in favor of Na'Vi. Experience probably not the same. No, it is the same. Yeah, I guess Na'Vi just getting a little bit more mileage out of their kills and Go Black. He's getting a little bit more experience for his, a little bit more total experience for his team, but still not the hugest amount. Now, another Sonic Trap on a Scandal. This might be his third death. Dendy with a huge melt hit, plus Repel immunity. He is going to drop the Rubik. Finally a kill that Ars Art has not taken part in, as he's been busy jungling, supporting up Havorst, who he doesn't really need it. He's gone for Power Tread, so he is going for what looks like a little bit more of an early game build with the Poor Man's Shield. That probably means no Vanguard incoming. They really want this kill onto Silent. He already did use his Wind Run. They're going to dive this. There's the Shackle, plus the right clicks from Havorst. Spirit Lance doing some pretty heavy damage. And I guess if they're not concerned with diving towers, then Phantom Lancer does offer a lot of aggression. I guess the illusions tank up 1 or 2 hits. And Ars Art now does have his Arcane Boots up. So this Na'Vi squad is looking pretty good. Phantom Lancer getting a lot of dough. Still not really clear what item build is going. So far it is just not Vanguard. Could be a Relic, and he could get there really quickly. He's getting a remarkable amount of gold for 10 minutes in. Power Treads plus 2k. Oh, Light of Heaven gonna get dusted. 3-second stun on top of that, and he's gonna drop in an instant. Light of Heaven is level 6, but he's died 3 times. He can now start leaving the lane and help his team through the track gold, help himself through the track gold as well, quite honestly. But his team seems to be doing well without him. Empire's bleeding kills on the Windrunner, bleeding kills on the Rubik. Then again, Na'Vi, they're bleeding kills on the Bounty Hunter. So it is kind of a wash there. The wards are up for Ars Art, and they're going to try to push down this top lane tower. You can see the power of the Spirit Lance versus such a weak Windrunner. Voice could chase this down and Spirit Lancer one more time for a kill. But he's not going to dive that. Okay, there's an initiation from a relocation gank. 3, 2, 1, as Funnick is going to leave Blow Your Brain alone with Puppey. There's a track from Light of Heaven. Janata to slow the Chaos Knight down. Puppey's going to turn around and kill himself. Okay, I guess you could do that. Now CK is going to try to run away. He does have phase boots. Light of Heaven with only level 1 boost. The track is going to give him a little bit more bonus movement speed and Force. Not looking to help out. Blow Your Brain is going to live from there. Puppey, I guess he expected to get a purification off. That would have turned the tide enough to get a kill there. Havorst in a little bit of a rough situation. He's going to buy up the entirety of what he could afford for a Diffusal Blade, but he is going to survive regardless. So Pia looking to get in the game early, try to combat Empire's early game with their own. Go Black taking a Text, taking a Shackle. Light of Heaven with the Janata hit as well. Go Black's also getting blocked a little bit by the Bounty Hunter. He's going to make his way out of there. Bounty Hunter is going to be revealed by the Blue Spirits, but he should be fine. So Na'Vi, they're just going to say, you want to play an early mid-game? We'll play an early mid-game too. Our Phantom Lancer is stacked as hell. He's going to be burning your mana on top of that. And, well, Spirit Lance, it does some pretty good damage, guys. 250. It's not the most. It's not exactly a Thunderbolt from Zeus. But still, it is pretty good, especially when he's receiving all the support, as I mentioned before. So much support from Ars Art. Dendy even helping out with the Sonic Traps. Now that Dendy has a Blink Dagger, they can go for the easiest kill of their life onto Go Black. There he comes with the Repel. Go Black is going to not get melted. Oh no, he is going to get melted. Okay. Plus the Haste Rune also kind of helps also. Scandal's going to steal the meld, but all for naught as Go Black is already dead. So a pretty high action game between these two juggernauts. I think I was just watching a game, Na'Vi versus Empire on Luminous's channel. I was, yeah. Na'Vi had Magnus. Yeah, I was literally just doing that.
So
Cool.
winded now.
Oh, Silence, you don't want to be there. He's going to get blocked a little bit by Ancients as well. Doesn't have the wind run. He tried to get the rune with the wind run. He's going to pay for it. Dendy, though, might be in a little trouble. Reality Rift onto Puppey is going to bring him down before he gets a single spell off. Scandal taking a little bit of damage. The wards get dropped down. Scandal's still taking Serpent Ward damage. He might drop to this. It's going to be close. 17 HP. He's going to live. Light of Heaven has now arrived into the fight, as has Dendy. Bloody Brain shackled up. He's going to take a little bit of damage, but everyone for Empire is still relatively okay. Light of Heaven is going to get bursted down by the Rubik Fade Bolt, and now Bloody Brain, who has Repel on him, stolen by the Rubik, is going to chase after Havorst and Dendy. Havorst is making his way out of there. Lots of movement speed on the two heroes, but there's lots of movement speed on the other team as well. Sonic Jack going to slow them down. Havorst going to turn around. Phantasm being popped off, trying to confuse the enemy team just a little bit. All the spirits are hitting. Dendy is going to drop, but Havorst is going to get the kill, kicking this CK, as now Funnick is in a little bit of trouble. Puppey has arrived into this fight. Havorst, very slippery. There's the relocate out, but now they're in a very rough situation. Scandal, maybe Wisp is going to bring the CK back. No, CK is going to just walk right in. This is going to be a very good fight for Empire. It's going to be 4v3, but now we have Na'Vi people teleporting in as well. Puppey going to repel himself. Funnick taking a huge amount of damage, but he's still alive. Force going to take a purification, but he's right at full health. 3-second stun plus Guardian Angel onto Force. He's going to live through this. No more right-click powers. Go Black is going to drop. Dendy going to blink straight forward. Going to get stunned by the tether, however, and he is going to get levitated as well. Dendy still trying to make things happen slow. Onto Scandal from the Spirit Land. Sonic Trap's going to fly onto Funnick as well as Bloody Brain. Huge melt to bring down the Wisp, but Scandal's getting chased down by Havorst. Right click should be enough to bring him down. It is going to be enough. Bloody Brain trying to go for Dendy. He gets a 3-second stun, but now he's in a little bit of a rough position as well. Is there a track? In 1 second there will be. The gold is just flowing for Na'Vi as they continuously eat up Empire's lineup. Arzarth the only one to live, and Silent not in the area to snipe off that kill. Wow, Na'Vi extend their lead 15-9. Not bad, not bad. The early game slipperiness of the Phantom Lancer, as I said before, constantly using that doppelwalk, just confusing the hell out of the Empire side. And Empire, they were unable to get a beat on the Phantom Lancer, still has yet to die in this game, and now he's starting to get his juxtaposed out. He has a Diffusal Blade flying out to him. This Phantom Lancer is making quite a splash in this game. Even though Empire, this is like a classic Empire build. CK Wisp plus a solid supporting cast on top of that. The fact that Na'Vi, they just have so much, they're just so slippery, and they have so much invisibility, repel, and purification on top of that. They do so much damage, but they also have so many defensive capabilities. Like the track is helping everyone stick to the targets. The Art is doing a great job as well, 5-1-5 on him, but you know, the Omni Knight is bringing a lot of defense to the board, plus the invisibility in Empire. I mean, they've been fairly diligent about using dust, spotting out the enemies, stuff like that. But still, it's just not enough when everyone's just shuffling in and out of the fights. Denny with the Blink Dagger, being repelled, purified, all of that jazz. Na'Vi they just have so much sustain in the fight. So they are going to, that's going to show a large increase in the gold graph and the experience graph, because not only did they get more kills, they also got track kills. And Light of Heaven did get a lot of dough from that. And who is this? Bloody Brain and Funnick trying to kill Havorst, but once again, Phantom Lancer's pretty darn slippery, and with Puppey here, Puppey's going to repel himself, Lance onto Funnick, but he only has 1 second to get out. There you go, he's going to be fine, but right into a Hex from Dendy and Arzart. Bloody Brain is going to try to make something happen. He's going to bring down Arzart, but now, is he going to survive? Track onto Bloody Brain as Dendy is going to give chase with the Refraction. Centaur coming around. Blink dodged by Dendy, dodging that stomp. He's now going to go for Go Black. Silent Trap is going to hit the Enchantress there, but more and more Empire heroes are funneling in. Shackle Shot, shackling Dendy to Light of Heaven. This could be big for Empire, but they know are not going to get Light of Heaven. No invisibility detection. Dendy still with the Refraction charges. Meld as well. No detection. Where's the detection? When you have up against 3 invisibility heroes, you need detection. Dendy going to lay down a Meld smack. Now he's going to get purified. Repel as well. Dendy wants blood. Huge melt in on a Scandal, and Go Black is a little bit indecisive as to what he wants to do. Light of Heaven is going to make up his mind for him and say, "You are going to die, sir." Puppey now giving chase, but Omni Knight cannot do this alone. There's Dendy blinking in, going to take a Purification Bomb, unfortunately missing. Still going for Funnick though. Only 3 armor on the Swift, stuck in a corner. Meld hit, bring that armor even lower. Funnick trying to survive, not going to happen, as now Silent is going to try to make work onto Dendy. Bloody Brain has arrived, but is there True Sight? There is True Sight, a gem onto Bloody Brain. That's the True Sight that Empire need. That's going to give them a kill onto Dendy, but in the meantime, Havorst brought down the bot lane tower. He's going for, why do you go for Vlad's? Damn it, Havorst, I was making you out to be the perfect Phantom Lancer player, but unfortunately you are not. Scandal still giving chase with the phase boots, going to find Art possibly, but the tower is still up, and that is going to ward away the Na'Vi side. So Empire did get a little bit from that, but Na'Vi still with the melds, with the shadow walks, with the purification bombs, plus repels from Omni Knight, so hard for Empire to actually seal kills. You can see how far Na'Vi were diving. Friggin' Dendi was all the way up here with Puppey. The tower tier 1 is still up, by the way. Very healthy as well, so they have just no fear with this team. Endless aggression coming out from Na'Vi. And yeah, so Phantom Lancer picked up the Vlad's offering, and Vlad's doesn't help your illusions, it doesn't do shit for them. I guess it does help you solo Roshan with a double damage rune. He gets lifesteal on his primary hero, but lifesteal is not the way to build Phantom Lancer. Like, far be it from me to say what works and what doesn't on a Phantom Lancer when Havorst is the one playing it. Like, the guy knows what he's doing. Oh, Go Black, what are you doing there? He's going to take a Hex plus a Repel onto Dendi. Nothing's going to save Go Black now. He's going to drop it. A 2-second stun. He's going to bring down Puppey before he gets his Guardian Angel off. Light of Heaven is now in danger. The Dust plus the Gem, they double see this Bounty Hunter. Reality Rift from long range is going to bring him in to the Tether Stun. He's going to be dropped, but Forrest has picked up the Roshan by himself. Going to move up to the top lane, perhaps. Puppey has returned to this fight on the front lines with the Repel. Sonic Trap going to slow down 3. Something stolen by Scandal. Repel, so he's going to be safe from any sort of slows in the future. Dendi's still looking to make something happen. There's the Guardian Angel. Are they going to dive this tower? Why not? You're invulnerable to the hits of it. But who are they going to go for? Scandal is Magic Immune. Now Light of Heaven going to get Reality Rift to back up, as well as Telekinesis. Dendi going to burst down the Windrunner and then run away, Zoidberg style. Nothing could catch up to him. There's repels everywhere. Reality Rift is going to go onto Arzard. 3-second stun as well. Arzard's going to be brought down by the CK. They're going to go for more. Dendi still with the repel onto him as Funnick and Blow Your Brain try to make something happen. Templar Assassin annihilates the Wisp in one hit. Going to go for Scandal as here we have Forrest arriving into the fight. Purge onto the Rubik. He's going to bring him down, but buybacks from everyone. Blow Your Brain on the run. Go Black on the run, but the damage from Dendi is just way too high. Still at full HP. Forrest just need one more hit to kill Go Black off. There it is. Going to kill that hero. Wisp as well as Rubik have returned to this fight. 4v2 still, but Na'Vi holding their ground. The very healthy Templar Assassin. Forrest not as healthy, but does have an Aegis. There's a relocate out from the Wisp. Levitating onto Dendi is Scandal, but taking a Sonic Trap. Forrest going to dive right in. He wants to use this Aegis, and he's going to bring down Scandal before he does so. Is he even going to burn it right now? Power Shot. Where's the Power Shot? Forrest is going to live. The Spirits are going to kill him off, actually. There's the Aegis, but Funnick getting force-shotted by Dendi. Silent. One hit, well, I guess one hit miss, so that doesn't count, but he's going to keep going for this. Blow Your Brain has now arrived. Another Chaos Ball on Dendi. 3-second stun, but Forrest is still here, shackling Dendi to Forrest. That's exactly what they needed. But Arzard from the backside, going to get a shackle onto Silent. This fight is not ending. There's a shock to kill him off. Reality Rift onto Arzard. He's now blocked by creeps plus a 4-second stun. Arzard, you are so screwed, but now Blow Your Brain might be trapped. Heal onto Arzard. That is going to save Arzard as well as kill off the CK. And has the fight finally ended? How many buybacks were there? Holy shit, man. So many buybacks, so much respawn, so much teleportation in. But in the end, it is Na'Vi taking the lead in this game. Gold graph climbing higher and higher, the experience graph climbing higher and higher, and Empire, I mean, they're trying. They're definitely trying. They're stealing the correct spells. They're making the correct decisions, but there's just so much damage on the Na'Vi end. TA went straight for the Demon Edge. Usually you go for BKB. Nope, not in this game. You have a repel, and Puppey has now have 4 points of that repel. Arzard with the early Diffusal Blade, just making him so deadly in these fights, burning that extra mana, getting the extra damage from the huge amounts of agility that the item gives. And Empire, their damage is not enough. They're relying on flat values, but those flat values don't work when there's a repel on the enemy side. Dendi was at full health for pretty much the entirety of that fight. Purifications from Omni Knight, repel from the Omni Knight as well. And, well, Dendi at full health is a pretty fearsome TA. 13-3-7. Yes. This, okay, right now, I should take a, yeah, okay, Dendi's score explains this entire game. 13-3-7. There you go. This game is pretty much over because he achieved that score. Not really though. Empire still do have a fighting chance, but they're so very far behind. The damage is not comparable. There's a shotgun onto Go Black. Are you serious? Yes, it is a shotgun from Phantom Lancer. 2 already dropped from Empire. So the wards are dropped. It's going to trap an illusion as Blow Your Brain tries to get out of there with Phantasm. Does work. Dendi hunting down Funnick. Going to take him out. Going to take Silent out. Needs one more hit, but a Reality Rift. Going to save the Windrunner for a little bit, but unfortunately 2-second stun on Dendi. Is he going to keep hunting for this? Does have a Blink Dagger up. Silent hiding in the tier 3 tower in the bottom lane. Dendi's going to blink out. So Denny just completely ruined his score by getting another 3 kills and another assist. Empire bleeding heroes, whereas Na'Vi going for a frickin' Ethereal Blade on Phantom Lancer. Na'Vi, they know that they're ahead. Ethereal Blade is not an item that you get on Phantom Lancer. I mean, it gives a lot of agility. It gives the most agility, in fact. But you could go for so many better things, like Manta Style or Butterfly. Because Ethereal Blade, it doesn't really have synergy with Phantom Lancer. His nuke isn't really a Morphling nuke or a Shadow Fiend nuke. But regardless, Na'Vi holding firm onto their lead in this game. All the tier 2 towers have been cleansed off the map for Empire. They have yet to take down the tier 1 in the bot lane. So close to deny range as well. But Dendi, already with an MKB, gonna go straight in, trying to get a Daedalus on top of that MKB. Go Black, 3 hits from Dendi's gonna bring him down, and he's repelled. What could you do against a TA with repel? You cannot do anything. You could go for his supporting cast, which is exactly what they're trying to do. Trying to bring down Puppey. There's the Guardian Angel though. Blow Your Brain now has to run. You get a 3-second stun. It's not gonna be enough because Havorst is cleaning off the Scandal from this earth. And now with an Illusion army. Oh, Dendi's still making things happen in the back end. Silent's gonna die. Double kill for Dendi. Just casually fountain farming Team Empire. No big deal, Na'Vi. No big deal, guys. Just sit right in the middle of their fountain. No repel on him. Just an MKB, Demon Edge, Blink Dagger, and Phase Boots. 23 minutes into the game. That's gonna be it, guys. A huge, high-action game. Na'Vi just pouring on the aggression after a couple of minutes of just, you know, stale play. Suddenly, 39-18. Who could have seen that one coming? I don't believe that this was because of the Phantom Lancer pick, although the Phantom Lancer definitely helped. Jesus, Dendi, do you really have to do this to Empire? Found farming and ultra kill. But I do believe the Omni Knight was a giant factor of what gave them the victory. TA didn't have to spend her money on BKB, which doesn't give you all that much damage nor stats, but she had the repel on her the entire time. And Empire, once they have a repel on the other end, CK cannot stick to his targets. He doesn't deal enough right-click damage in the early stage of the game, at least not comparable to the TA. Enchantress Windrunner Rubik, completely useless, so that Omni Knight pick, in my opinion, truly winning Na'Vi the game. I wish I could have seen the draft. But unfortunately, sometimes that just doesn't work out. You can see the gold per minute experience from on Dendi, really telling the entire story. So thanks for watching, guys. This has been Na'Vi versus Empire, a first game in the best of 3 from the Starseries Season 3 LAN event. Make sure to subscribe if you are not already. If you are already subscribed, then please leave comments. It makes me happy. Thank you guys for supporting me thus far, and I will continue to bring you more and more games. I actually saw that the Starseries Season 4 some games are available to me through this ticket, so I might be able to cover 1 or 2 of those, although I don't think I'll be in time to actually make, you know, sufficient coverage. That's going to be it from me, guys. GG.